So I was walking home late last night after teaching a meditation mindfulness workshop. And it had been a long day, a very positive day, but a very busy day. And just like it happens when we're in alignment, we've been doing lots of breath work, lots of deep breathing, some really, really beautiful meditation. And I've been really doing a lot of meditation lately, so I just feel my field, my aura is really expansive and really clear. And as I was walking, I felt like my spirit saying, wow, the wind could actually just blow through me right now. Like, that's how ethereal I feel. That's how light I feel, and at the same time, I feel really anchored. I feel really grounded. Like my 2 feet are on terra firma in a very strong way, which is wonderful. But I had this beautiful, gorgeous realization that I'm here. I don't need to chase my dreams anymore. I don't need to search for the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. I don't need to push and shove or push through or I don't need to carry anything. I don't need to take responsibility for other people and their stuff. It's just me, and I'm good. I'm happy. I'm really happy, and it's an inside happiness. It's flowing from my source of source. Anybody who doesn't understand me, anybody who doesn't vibrate or resonate, it's just fine. I really don't care. And I have to say, I was never somebody who was chasing other people's approval. I was never somebody who needed to fit in and get that validation. I was always quite connected to myself, that my own opinion of myself was what was most important. If anything, I think I was in competition with myself. I was trying to be happy with myself, with my own critique of myself. But the lovely thing is, I just realized, I'm 2 years off 40. And a lot of people talk about when you go into your 40s, that's the most powerful time. That's a really, it's a strengthening time, because the self-consciousness of your 20s and 30s it's just not there anymore. You don't care what other people think, and you've left that kind of young, rattled, youthful anxiety behind, and you're just at this state of grace, of being full of gratitude that you're alive, you have your health, you've also reached a certain point in your work life, in your service to others, that you've built up your inner resources and your inner richness, and that's showing. It's actually showing in the external reflection of your life. So yeah, I feel like, it's great to be at a point where if there's any bullshit, I just walk away. If there's any drama, bye, I go. I love that freedom. I love the freedom of knowing that I'm fine, I'm good. And that self-empowered feeling was just so strong. It's been really strong of late, especially the last few days. And taking a break away helped with that. It helped give me that clarity. I advise you, if you're really if you're just feeling restless, or you're feeling tired or fatigued, or you're overworked, take a break away. Go somewhere completely new. Don't go somewhere you've been before. Like, pick somewhere on the map, like, I'm going there. And just for the hell of it, just go, because a change is as good as a rest. And having that change of environment is so beneficial. But I just love that feeling of, yeah, why would I suffer this foolishness? You know, if something doesn't feel right for me, then it's not for me. And I just move forward. I use my legs and I get up and I walk away. And that is such a welcome relief. And my mother always said that to me. And it's really only the last few years that I'm able to implement it in my life. She always said, if you don't feel welcome, you leave. You get up and you walk away. And you can take that as a physical thing, but it's also emotionally. You know, if something doesn't emotionally sit well with you, with a friendship or with a relationship or with, you know, some work contract, or, you know, you have the right to say no thank you. You have the right to say, no, that doesn't feel right for me, and move on. And that's a really, really wonderful freedom to have. And I do think that comes with age, that comes with experience. When you do suffer through patterns of, you know, taking on other people's stuff, there's great freedom in being able to say, well, that's how you feel. That's not how I feel. That's just fine. And staying, I think that's the thing for the empaths, isn't it? Staying in our own feeling of, well, this is how I feel. Where the old me would be so compassionate and so empathic that I would be in your feelings and I'd be looking at it from your perspective, but then my needs would get neglected. And that's a big issue for high sensitives, for empaths, for healers. It's very important that we stay in our own field of energy, our own emotional body, and that we're able to look at it from a neutral space and to stay true to ourselves with our own lives, you know. And I'm not talking about when you're doing a healing session with somebody, because that's where you just stay in neutral the whole time, and you don't bring your own stuff into that. I'm talking about everyday interactions. I'm talking about your work life, you know, people maybe wanting you to change your schedule to suit them, or people wanting you to do hours that don't work for you. You know they're not going to work for you. Or people wanting you to change the way you work or what you're working with so that it suits their agenda. And I'm just not doing that. And by putting my foot down and saying to the universe, this is who I am, this is the truth, this is real, and this is what I'm here to do. And by doing Ho'oponopono for 40 days, I did Ho'oponopono, that my natural gifts would benefit me, would benefit the others, benefit the world, but benefit me too, and really give back to me in a strong, powerful way. And that's exactly what has happened in this year. This year has been really powerful about that. It's about me getting back to me and my natural gifts and doing it my way, which is what I'm here to do. I'm not a regurgitator. I don't want to regurgitate other people's messages. I don't want to regurgitate other people's healing modalities. I've always liked to put my own spin on things, always, the way I dress. You know, even as a teenager, even up to my 20s, and even still now, I can buy a piece of clothing and I'll stitch a button on it, or I'll cut it up, or I'll sew something into it, or, you know, I'll just have my hair different, or make unusual jewelry. And it's not like I'm trying to be anything different. I'm just being me. And by being me, that's just different, because everybody's different. And when you be you, that will be different to me. And that's beautiful. That diversity is so rich and so interesting. And I love the different textures and colors and shapes and sizes and forms of source energy. But I just wanted to share that with you, because I was wondering if anybody else who's on the similar spiritual path, you know, did you feel that kind of, that detachment from the drama and the detachment from having to carry a dream or having to push that rock up the hill because you felt like, I have to do all this work to get the momentum going for this to actually happen. And it's just wonderful when there's that big freedom, that liberation, that actually I don't need to chase that anymore. I don't need to prove myself. I don't need outside validation. And I don't need to run up that hill. You know, that Kate Bush song, Running Up That Hill. No, I'm at the top of the hill and I'm enjoying the descent. I'm enjoying going down with the wind at my back and the sun on my face. So I hope that you're experiencing some of these feelings too. I often find when I share things, what I'm going through, there's other high sensitives who are going through similar things, and it's just nice to share. And I know I love when I find other people who talk about similar things that I'm going through, and there's a great sense of kinship in that. So if you are experiencing any of these themes, I would love to hear from you. Put a comment in the comment section below. And please like this video and subscribe and share, and see you soon. Thank you.